Myrick, then 17, faces more than a dozen charges, including felony murder, aggravated assault, gang activity, and armed robbery.
Can you pick him out?
Here.
Broder,
person on the far left,
pointed to a photo of Myrick and said he was the person who robbed them.
Welcome back to another video with IDN TV. Now we have a YSL and Young Thug update. Now, of course, everybody knows about the RICO. We're digging down and give you guys more information about one particular person who was indicted on that RICO, and it's looking bad for this YSL case. Like I said, a member, well, not just any member, but he's one of those ones from the YSL entourage, was in court yesterday for killing a father in Atlanta back in 2018. Now keep in mind, you guys, this is a case separate from the YSL case, but he admits in court that he is a part of YSL. And of course, this YSL indictment has been pushed back from like 2016. So this happened while the indictment was going on and while they were researching and looking at the YSL. So follow me. So his name is Jaden Myrick. He was only 17 years old when this incident happened. Like I said, he is a part of the indictment for the YSL case, but he has to handle this murder case before, and it got finished today. Now, he found out today that he will serve life in prison. Now, Myrick, the alleged gang member, killed a father. His name is Christian Boulder, outside of a wedding. Now, the man is from the Washington, D.C. area, but he came to the Atlanta area for a wedding. Now, him and his family were standing out of the Capital City Country Club in Atlanta, while the man and his family were waiting for an Uber. Now that's when Myrick and 3 others allegedly drove up and robbed the family of their wallets, cell phones, and $100 in cash. Now, according to the prosecutors in court, they say that the victim attempted to talk down the robbers, and actually after they took their items, he followed them to the car. Now this is when Myrick opened fire on the victim, hitting him in the stomach. The victim died a week later in the hospital. Now, Myrick has denied the shooting since day one. Even in court today, he denied it, but he was found guilty ultimately. He was sentenced to life in prison. Now, during these court proceedings, it was revealed that Myrick and his co-defendants were actually beefing with each other during this whole court case. 2 other co-defendants identified Myrick as the shooter. So the shooter is saying he wasn't there, he didn't do it, but the 2 other people that were caught, and actually his co-defendants already admitted that he was there and he was actually the one that pulled the trigger. Not only did the people that were with Myrick to rob this family got on the stand and actually pointed out Myrick on the stand as well. So it's 5 witnesses that said he did it against him saying he didn't do it. But what makes this even crazier is this guy admitted to ordering hits on the 2 other guys that were with him during the shooting. They have it on a recording and he admitted that he did it. Now keep in mind, this is the same guy who was indicted on this YSL RICO case. So it's making YSL look bad at the end of the day. Now another thing that I found odd during that trial, like I said, he kept saying his affiliations to the YSL group. And he's actually indicted with the YSL RICO with Young Thug and Gunna. He also admitted that he was affiliated with the 9 Trey Gangsters and a current member of Lil Baby's record label and street group 4PF, which stands for 4 Pockets Full. So like I said today, the guy was sentenced to life in prison, and it seems inevitable. It seems like he's going to try to save himself, and he might start giving up information on these street gangs in Atlanta, especially YSL 4PF, if he's really affiliated with them. So what do you guys think? Do you think YSL is done for? Me personally, I honestly feel like it. I hate to say it. I feel like Young Thug is going to be the one who really has to pay the cost. He's pretty much the head honcho, and he's pretty much the one that everybody knows about this case. Do I think Lil Baby and his entourage is in trouble? It could be. Like I said, they did release some paperwork, and it was saying that they were on the radar. It's all about who wants to give up information. I honestly feel like they probably have investigated Lil Baby, but they probably haven't had anything that actually can stick. So if this guy gives up information, don't be surprised if it could be the start to the end. It's full, but that's all hearsay. But he did admit that he was affiliated with YSL 4PF. So let me know how you feel about this in the comments. Just want to keep you guys updated with this YSL, Young Thug, and Gunna. Of course, they are still sitting in jail. They probably won't get out, or if they ever get out, We won't know until March of 2023. So make sure you guys are tuned in. Make sure you like the video. I will catch you on the next one. IDN signing out.
Just into our newsroom tonight, a Fulton County jury has returned a guilty verdict against a man accused of murdering a wedding guest in Atlanta. We first brought you this story back in 2018. Jaden Myrick was accused of shooting Christian Broder as he waited for an Uber with his family outside the Capital City Country Club in Brookhaven. Broder was a restaurant owner from Washington, D.C. and a father to a newborn child. Today, the jury found Myrick guilty in his death, convicting him on malice murder and criminal street gang activity charges.
The gang member accused of killing a father outside a wedding is admitting he ordered hits on witnesses, but he insists he did not commit the murder. The brother of the victim identified Jaden Myrick as the killer, but Myrick once again said he did not do it. Channel 2's Tom Jones live at the Fulton County Courthouse. Tom, the jury just got this case.
That's right, Karen. The jury got the case about an hour ago. They picked a jury four-person and began deliberating. Before that, they heard why prosecutors say that defendant Jaden Myrick is the killer. They also heard why the defense says it's someone else.
Small choices in life.
Prosecutor Christopher Sperry showed the jury the bullet that killed 34-year-old Christian Broder back in July 2018. Sperry said Jaden Myrick made the choice to fire that bullet into Broder as he left a wedding and was waiting on an Uber with friends and family.
Because of his choices, we are here today.
Myrick, then 17, faces more than a dozen charges, including felony murder, aggravated assault, gang activity, and armed robbery.
Can you pick him out?
Here. Broder's brother and a woman with the group that night,
Person on the far left,
pointed to a photo of Myrick and said he was the person who robbed them and shot Christian Broder. But Myrick took the stand in his own defense and said he was nowhere near the Capital City Country Club that night.
In the nighttime, I was at Misha.
But two of his co-defendants said they were with him when he shot Broder. Myrick said they were trying to frame him, and his attorney pointed to another person as the shooter.
And they would have you believe that this could not be the man that did it.
Prosecutors said several witnesses identified Myrick as the shooter, and Myrick, an admitted gang member, was recorded ordering hits on some of them for snitching.
So that's 5 different witnesses that you have threatened harm to.
And Myrick admitted he ordered hits on witnesses. His attorney said that he may be a gang member, but that doesn't mean he's guilty of the crimes listed in the indictment. Working on finding out how long the jury will deliberate before they wrap it up for the night. We are live in downtown Atlanta. Tom Jones, Channel 2 Action News.